Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever applies to you, depending on when you're watching this, where you may be watching this from. Welcome to the Spiritual Life Center, our midweek online services. We're located at 1519 Bartow Place in the city of Greensboro, North Carolina. And we're here every Wednesday at 7:30 for our midweek service online. We're also at the church, at the center, the Spiritual Life Center, every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. And I tell you, it's an experience to be a part of. So you definitely want to be there. We would love for you to come at 1 o'clock for our inner growth session at 1. It lasts for about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. And then actually right after that, at least by 2:30, we go into our Sunday service, 2:30 p.m. So make sure that you get there. It's a beautiful experience to behold, and we want you to be a part of it. So we are waiting on Apostle Lisa to come online, and as soon as she does, we're going to move right into the next part of this. But there's a great message that she has prepared for us today. Um, and we're excited about it. I think I will go ahead and just kind of get into it until she comes on, and when she comes on, we'll continue on. She and I are always in alignment. That's why she is the co-pastor or assistant pastor, however, whatever term you want to use, it's the same thing. She co-s along with me, co-pastors with me, and she assists me, and we assist each other in making sure that the Spiritual Life Center moves forward with the vision that God has put in place. So, but we're always in alignment, and no less we're in alignment tonight. I had just kind of talked about this particular subject, and Spirit gave her the same thing to talk about on tonight, to dig deeper than I dealt. So the subject tonight is, I think she said she's in the studio. She must be in the wrong studio. She's got to be in the wrong studio because I don't see her. Give me just a second, guys. My apologies. Hey, you're not in the right studio, or I'm not in the right studio, but I'm in the one I always go into, the school of learning, and I'm already live online. We've already started, but I don't see you. I'm gonna send it to you again because I don't think you're in the right one. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you because I'm already live, so I'm just gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna go ahead and hang up because I'm talking on the phone while I'm live. All right. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, but I'm gonna send this. Oh, no, okay, never mind. She's here now. All right, now she's here. Okay, she must have been in the wrong studio. She's here now. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started tonight. Looking forward to the subject, and the subject is a question that we want you to ask yourself, because what this is really about, this is all about this whole journey, by the way. It's all about introspection. It's all about reflection and introspection, looking at yourself, and not deflecting, and not deflecting, but reflecting, not projecting, but introspecting. Okay.
Mhm.
Looking within to see, well, not what are they doing to me, but what's going on inside of me that causes me to respond to them in the way that I do. Not what are they doing to me, but what is going on inside of me? What trauma? What do I need to heal? And I already know for me, can I be transparent while we're getting into this? It's the inner child inside of me. I
Mm.
already know it.
Come on.
The spirit showed me that. I'm trying to see what day. I want to say one day last week. Spirit showed me that
Mm.
there's a little Jamel in here, that's got to be healed, and it's causing me to react and respond in the way that I do. But let me tell you something. I'm being very transparent, and only a few people have well, anyway. Yeah, I think I did say it in one video this week, yeah. But I've already started the process of addressing that. I've already, my cousin helped me find a therapist, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heal this inner child because I'm not going to let this inner child destroy all my relationships. You see what
Yes.
I'm saying? Well, cause me to destroy my relationships with my friends, my family,
Yes.
you know, my future wife, all of that stuff. I'm not going to let anything cause me to destroy those things. So, again, what this is about, it's about introspection, reflection, and going inside of ourselves. So tonight, the question is, are they really hating,
Mm.
or am I interpreting? That's the question. So we're taking the focus off of them, and I'm not trying to take the place of our apostle tonight, but I want you to ask that question. You know, and this doesn't mean, and I'm gonna let apostle go into this in detail. This We're not saying that they're not hating. The answer to the question, because I know I made a broad statement earlier this week, which is not entirely true. I could have chose better words. I said you don't have haters. Well, some of us do, right? But the question is, even if they are hating, how am I responding? How am I reacting? You see, and but I want to say it is my belief that in most cases they're not hating. I'm just gonna be honest with you. How you feel about that, Apostle?
I agree. Absolutely agree. 100%.
Yeah. In most cases, now there may be some places where they are hating, but Apostle's gonna go into some really deep detail on what hating really means. Uh, like I talked about my choice of words, maybe some of us need to look at our choice of words. But are they really hating, or am I interpreting? So this is a journey into spiritual discernment, and I'm excited about it. Go, co-pastor, go.
Well, namaste. Uh, this is Apostle Lisa Grace, and I like to say it. Welcome to my world, and thank you for allowing me to be in your world on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday evening. Yeah, I'm so excited about this topic for tonight because we all about right now. We're taking all of us on a different spiritual journey. Everybody's at different levels on their journey, and we are also on a healing. We all are healing, processing, healing that inner child, as he said, healing the past things in our now, and not even in our adult. We got some adult healing to do as well. Okay, y'all. We got some preteens and some teens, teenager healing that we need to do as well. And so I want to talk about this because I can kind of, I'm 59. I'll be 60 this year. And I have been doing a lot of introspection about over my life years, over what have I learned, what have I not learned, what have I come to understand, and what have I not come to understand, and in my life path as I come from baby all the way up to where I am now. So I just been doing that introspection of myself. It's just trying to evolve from those introspections, okay, of myself. And I always have to think about me first before I could deal with anything on the outside of me. People, person, place, things, okay? Because as you all know, we all have been traumatically traumatized by a person, place, or thing, okay? And that's where we all are healing from. So this is a very sensitive subject in a way, but it may come strong because it's so sensitive. Because we all may have felt or feel that we have people, um, um, we already have people that we know, that we feel, that as we call hating or jealous, envy, whatever we may call it. And then you know what? We have some of that too. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you're not somewhat jealous, envious, or sometimes hating on somebody too. Because what we project what's in us, we see in others. And what others see in us, they see in themselves. So let's be honest and real. That's how we heal and mature and grow. And that's what this is about. That's why it's so sensitive because, we never think that we're jealous of anybody, envy, or hating on nobody. We always think that we're not. Oh, but if you really go deep down and you hit that child, like as Bishop was saying, you'll find out, well, yeah. And I can speak for myself. And we're going to also talk about, I wanted to go into also my experience about
Mm.
it and things that I've experienced from this and how I responded and reacted from back then to where how I react now. Okay? Because you see something and feel something don't always need a response or reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you may feel something or see, think whatever your assumption may be, doesn't always mean my light is on. Doesn't mean that you always have to respond or react.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Even if
Um,
what you see is real, even if it's
Even if it's real, you don't always have to respond and react because all you're doing is throwing wood in the fire
oh, come on.
and you're making them more explosive. And then you know what? You think people are looking at who you're talking about that may have that envy or jealous or hatred on you. They're really looking at you who's doing the talking. They're really going to be evaluating you. Really they are. Okay, because whoever you're talking about, pretty much some of them don't even know, and then if they do know, they probably don't feel they feel that way. That person may know that hey, they really admire you. So why are you feeling that way? They telling me all these great things how they feel about you, and this is
Mm.
how you feel about them. So you never know.
Mm.
People could be looking at us and thinking, are you sure about that? Or is it something in you that we need to deal with? And I like to say, much all the time, it's something in us that we need to deal with. And, everybody, I'm just going to say it, we all have some insecurities.
Yes.
We all have some self-low esteem somewhere. We
Yeah.
all sometimes even feel like we're not enough. That's
Yeah.
why we're on here healing.
Yes.
That saying some of us don't always feel beautiful all the day and
Yeah.
handsome all the day. Okay, some of us don't even feel intelligent and smart. Come
Yeah.
on. We all have something. Some of us don't even feel like we're creative enough. Okay, or even chosen, if you want to call it chosen. So we all have something, and until we can come to that realization about ourselves,
Mhm.
only then can we heal it. Once you find out the problem, there's a cure,
Yeah.
right? So that we can heal from it. And that's what this is about on
May I,
tonight.
may I say something right there
Yes.
before we leave that topic? Well, I know we're going to stay on the topic. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm talking so much and just say what I got to say. That's one of my problems I'm working on too. Is to just say it and stop explaining it. So I'm working on that. But you're talking about the insecurity. You said we all have insecurities, and you named some other things. We all feel sometimes like we're not enough, and all those things that you said. And I think it can all be summed up in insecurities. And I'm gonna read her comment on the screen
Yeah.
too. But
Yes. Yeah.
one of the things I want to say that has helped me, that's helping me right now, even as I listen to you, is I'm realizing that having inner insecurities does not mean that there's something wrong with you.
That's right.
I'm coming to grips with that. Um, None of us can help the life, the journey that we've had, the past, because that's over. We can't do
Yes.
anything about that. And just because well, let me just leave it at that. Because you have some insecurities, does not mean there's something that's wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know, um, that's kind of what I want to say. And I'm glad that you made it clear, Apostle, when you said all of us. That's why I'm saying this. You said that, and that just struck me.
Mm.
All of us have things that we're insecure about. All of us
Oh,
have time, at least times when we don't feel enough, inadequate, even if it's just in certain environments, certain
mhm.
situations. So what you saying that all of us have that, it shows me that it's just a human thing.
A human.
And then now
Absolutely.
I'll read the comment. Apostle Brooks says, I think you, the person, is already insecure.
Yes.
When I think, I think she meant, when if you're already insecure, you as the person, you can interpret it as hating.
Exactly.
I agree with that. And
I
she said,
do.
you know, like she just said, that all of us do have hidden
Yes.
insecurities. We really
Yes.
do.
We do.
We really do.
And we need to address ours versus trying to address theirs.
Yes.
Okay, because they got their own process, their own journey, and how they're processing on their healing as well as we do. So
Yeah.
it's not
Oh, oh,
nothing we can really do about them, you
yeah.
know, until they come to that realization for them, because they're gonna always say no. Just like we will
Yeah.
always say no, no, I don't, no, I don't. But then
Yes.
but we really need to come to terms with ourselves that do. I do. I have some, some scrapacies, but I want to say this, as Bishop was saying, that we're not broken. Nothing's wrong with us. We all, you know what, y'all, this is the beautiful thing about humans and soul is that we are all different.
Glory.
And when one person may be good at that and great at that, you may be great and obviously perfect in that. So there's always this balance that the universe gives us that I may not be all of that, but I can watch and maybe grow into learning to be that if I like, or I can just stay and remain and say, that's not my calling.
Mhm.
That's just not, like I was talking to a young lady today, said, that's just not my calling. Okay. I just stand where I stand and be where I be and allow them to be where they are, and this is for those who feel the insecurity or have the insecurities. Okay. And so you may feel it from other people, but people can feel yours too.
Yeah.
So we all must understand that that's just vortex around us, and that inner, whatever's inner, that vortex energy,
Mhm.
transmit out. Trust me, people can feel it. We can feel it. Can We can feel one another's inner feelings at times because it transmit out of us. It's like we're transmitters. Okay,
Yes.
so you all just remember that right there. That you may be in a different height level than someone else, and someone may be in a different height level than you. And is that okay? Can we just let that be like that?
Hmm.
Like, can we just let that be like that? And I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna talk to the ladies more on this one right here because I really feel I hear this, that even when it comes to women and our beauty,
Mm.
okay, we always been, we was taught to be kind of competitive, really, but we don't mean to be competitive. But we can look at someone else's beauty and think that they're beautiful than us. But don't y'all know beauty lies within the character of us? It's the inner you, the character that really makes us who we are as beauty, how we respond and react and gesture. It's all beauty is just different, you know? And so no, as we want to say, the eye don't always appease to everyone, but you appease to someone, right? And it should be you first. It
Mhm.
should be us first, you
Yes.
know. And I'm getting to where I'm learning that. I go to my job dressed up, looking all fly, like I'm going out somewhere nice to eat or something. And they like, you're the best dressed on your job. And they say, why in the world? I said, because I'm at a point in my life that I am not going to let and allow the past of my insecurities of me being dark skinned, and men leaving me for light skin or white and be being picked on at dark. I'm not going to let that affect me anymore. I am learning that I have to love me and like me and see me beautiful. I have inspiration that comes up and say it out loud. I have a beautiful, great body. Okay? So if you need to say that to yourself and have your phone to tell you that, then do that. Because I do that to remind myself. So I'm consciously aware that when I see a beautiful woman, they say, you're so beautiful. You dress so beautiful. And I say, and so do I see beauty all on you. And they be like, oh, you see, because we complement each other. That's that balance. There's no more beauty and let more ugly. It is just what it is. And so, ladies, if we could come to where we could feel comfortable in our skin and who we are, where we are, I find beauty. If her hair is prettier than mine, I'm gonna find beauty in my eyes, baby. I'm gonna find something. I do that for yourself. Do that. Even men do that. Oh, he's got a six pack. Well, shoot. You know, I got strong legs or something. Find something. I got a pretty smile and beautiful teeth. Okay? It's something. And, and and when you find one thing, you find out the whole body is beautiful. I remember the man was talking about that on Sunday, about the body. Your hair pretty, your whole body pretty, right? So no, somebody bad mugging you, like looking at you. They could be thinking about something else, not even thinking about you, because you looked at them right at the moment they thinking about it. And they might have been thinking about something else and they would just made that frown thinking about something else. And because you just so happen to be looking at them and they looking at you at that moment, doesn't mean they hating on you, you know? And it doesn't mean they're jealous of you. It could be something else going on. It could be something totally different going on there. Because I found out, I thought that too. And then later on, they come up to me and say, oh my God, you're so pretty. You're so, oh. And I'm like, oh, I thought you was looking at me like the way you was frowning at. Girl, no, I was thinking about something. I was like, oh, see how we can assume. I remember my grandmama and them used to say it, assuming makes an ass out of you and me. I don't know if y'all heard that before, but I hung around old people and I heard old terminology words that says you're making an assumption is making an ass out of you and me. Okay. So let's just calm down, cool down, and just kind of, and sometimes I have gone up to people and say, is everything all right? You okay? Because sometimes people are not aware of their facial expression or their conscious of their energy. And sometimes I go up to them, I say, you okay? And they go, oh yes, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, what make you say that? Because I did that just not too long ago on my job with the young lady. And I spoke to her and she normally speaks and she didn't speak this time. She kind of looked at me funny. And so later on, I just kind of let it say, I say, okay, you know what I said? Wow, something's going on. And she's not happy today. Because some people, they just have those days. And so it ain't always got nothing to do with you. Hell, them hating on you. Um, I want to go into another realm as well. About where the scripture said, love is patient and kind. It is not jealous or boastful. It keeps no records of wrongdoings. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to the one's glory to overlook an offense. Okay. And I like that because, um, again, we don't have to always respond and react. okay, to what we may think or assume how people feel about whatever they feel. I've had people that not always disagree with me. I've had people who did not support me because the other obligations or whatever. I had people to downplay, my success or ventures or whatever it may be. But if that's what they got to do for the moment to feel good, then I want them to feel good. Let me tell you why. Because I already feel good about myself. And if they need to do that to feel good, let them feel good. And then address it eventually later at an opportune time. Sometimes they'll come to their own realization. Ugh, you know, did I really do that? Did I really have that conversation, downplay her success or her accomplishment or what she got going on? Did I really do that? Some people come to their own senses. You know, we all do. But God said, I'll bring it back to your remembrance. Okay? So, have you ever heard someone say they just jealous of me? They're hating on me. They
Mhm.
can't stand to see me win.
Mhm.
Sometimes that may be true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
sometimes.
Now, we ain't gonna play like we stupid either, okay?
Right, right.
We ain't gonna play like it don't exist. Because it does exist, or else it would not be mentioning jealousy, envy, or hating,
Mhm.
which hating means all of that, really. Okay. So it could be that. But sometimes our own fears, insecurities, and past wounds and our ego can convince us that people are against us when they
Mm,
really aren't.
mm.
We can
Jesus.
really, really convince ourselves.
Mhm.
So today we are going to learn the difference between pre, okay, say a perception, projection,
Mhm.
okay, and persecution.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, we want to learn the difference
Mm.
on discerning persecution, projection, and perception, and how does that look when we're talking about hating. So, what does
Mm.
hating really mean? Hating is simply someone disagreeing with you about what you've accomplished. Maybe they, mm, you know,
You said it isn't. Hating isn't someone.
has it isn't simply someone disagreeing with you.
Right.
Hatred is a deep attitude of hostility,
Mhm.
resentment, or
Mhm.
ill will towards another person.
I think
Jealousy,
that's important to point out
yeah,
because some people interpret that as hating. Like you said, hating isn't somebody disagreeing with you,
yeah,
because but that's how we tend to interpret it. That just
absolutely.
because somebody disagrees with us, oh, they hate me or they hating
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah,
No, it means
exactly.
that what you're doing just doesn't resonate with them. And
That's
so
all.
what? It doesn't. You got somebody who does resonate. Whoever it resonates with,
Yes,
great. If it doesn't
yes,
resonate with them, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yes. That's so true, though. Jealousy says, "I wish I had what they have."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Envy says, "I don't want them to have it either."
Mm.
Competition says, "I want to do it better."
Mm.
Hatred says, "I want them to fail." These
Okay.
are different emotional and spiritual state of mind, a state of consciousness.
Okay.
Okay. So I okay, can I go back to this ego? Let me go back to when um I used to tell my pastors in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we can make people envy and jealous of us.
Okay.
We can make people want to hate on us. And some of us, really, that's what we're doing when we're egoing, bragging about what we got going
Oh.
on.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I follow you now. Yes.
So
Yes.
let's get that now, untwist that. And because some of us say and do what we do is because we want people to look up to us, envy us, even like us maybe. Okay. And I used to have to tell my pastors in Florida, could you please not tell everybody what the Davis's family do for you in the church, please? Because I am finding out that They don't like that so kindly. And that's causing a lot of rift and raft. You know, I was the only prophet in the house, believe it or not. Then others thought to use their gifts, but I was the main prophet in the house. I didn't get up there and brag, oh, I can see and I can this. That ego can make people be
Mhm.
jealous and envy and hate the fact that you got it and you bragging about it. You see.
And they
And
truly hating you because you are irritating them.
irritating.
Your
Yes.
ego and your braggadociousness
Yes, boastfulness.
is your boastfulness is pissing them off, and it would piss anybody off. So
Yes.
I like how you said that we can cause people to hate us. I never thought.
Yeah. I
I
told
never
my
thought about that.
when I told her that, my pastor's that, him and her, they was like, well, I never thought about it like that.
Me either. Hmm.
That when you're doing that, you're causing people to want to compete. You're causing people to want to have a feeling about me and my family. And I don't want that. I want people to be as they are. I
Mhm.
wanted people to reign and rule where they are good at and
Mhm.
adaptable at and comfortable at, as I want to do the same. When I do what I do, I don't get up there and say, oh, yeah, we did this and I did that. I don't know. I just simply get up there and do what I'm supposed to do and called to do and be that. I be Lisa. Even in the midst of my group and whoever I'm with, I will be Lisa. People talking about their accomplishments and talking about what they got going on. God, I be so happy. I'm so happy because you know why? I am glad that they accomplished something. I am glad that they feel good about accomplishing that. That it's okay to pat yourself on the back every now and then. But how we do that can cause a big, big fire, a
Yeah.
big fire, and then all of a sudden they start acting funny towards you. They get with other people. You can tell when other people talking about you. You see what she was all brave. Hey, yeah. Ooh, every time she comes, she gotta or he gotta say something. They can't let nobody else. They gotta have all the glory. And then you come and then you get around them, you feel some type of way because you're feeling that energy, but you created the energy. We can create these energies, y'all. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Just be loving and kind and be patient with those who are definitely maybe on that path to learning who they are. Now, we all are learning who we are,
Yes.
and we all are learning what's inside of us. So there's no need to be questioning anyone hating on you or jealous or envy of you. It's just that they haven't tapped into what you tapped into about you
Come on.
that they have in them. They tapped in because that's something they're going to tap into that you got no correlation to have tapped into yourself. And you're going to be looking at them like, wow. And don't be careful, cause do unto others as you had them to do unto you. You talking about them, they're gonna talk about you. When you show you weak, the same energy. So just know that you just may not have been elevated in that area. You may have not tapped into that creativity part of you yet. And it's not gonna even be the same, even if you do. It's gonna be totally different. I used to be a perfectionist. I wanted everything perfect, is divinely put together. Okay, that's the Virgo in me. Okay, in my chart, and I got to know the very details and understand the details, and I got to make sure the details are good. And my back in Florida would say, being a perfectionist is good. It's okay, but you're hurting yourself because now you're competing against yourself. Like, okay, oh, well, but dang, you said something I didn't even think of. Cause self is like that. Sometimes you can say that looks good, but then you find something you want to go and fix it. Oh, I used to make these nice, beautiful scarves and flags, and I wanted to be beautiful and elegant, right? And I'm always trying to. Well, let me take that. I'm gonna fix it back. Girl, give us these flags. You see. competing with myself. And we know everybody else sees the beauty in everything of you.
Hmm.
But we can assume that somebody see the ugly of it. Ain't nobody thinking about you. They think about give me one of them flags so I can flag around. You know what I'm saying? Girl, show me how to put that makeup on. You see. And there's nothing wrong with complimenting people and giving people their accolades where they are mature and can grow. And if you even feel or assume that they feel jealous or envy or hating on you about a particular situation, can you return the favor and just let them forget all about it and say, but you know what I notice about you? Man, I know I have a friend that does that. I ain't gonna say her name, but she probably know who I'm talking about because she does that. If I feel a certain way about something, she said, "But Lisa, you know what? You're really good with this right here, girl. You got make me forget all about that over there." About what I thought was somebody was hating on or I was hating on them and whatever. But we can reverse that and help heal them in that area by telling them to focus on areas that you know that they are good at
Hmm.
and that they are growing in. You can change that what you call hatred. So responding would be, or reacting is, oh, okay, I'm feeling this. So I'm not going to address it, but I'm going to respond to it this way. You know, I was thinking about, you remember that time when you was talking on that subject about such and such and such? Man, that was powerful. You got some wisdom. You got some knowledge. Man, I even tell people like this, one day I hope I want to grow up just be just like you. And it just makes them smile and laugh. And guess what? You feel that energy subsides.
Hmm.
You feel that I felt I would feel that energy just go boop. And it's like, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now they're feeling like you don't think you're better than them.
Hmm.
They see that you see them just as valuable as you see yourself valuable. Okay, so you just don't go and just go into y'all be hating on me and y'all got a problem with me and and no, that's not the right response. You
Hmm.
throwing some wood on the fire to be bigger. Instead of extinguishing the fire,
Hmm.
we blow it up with our ego.
Hmm.
So what if they think that about you and our jobs? That's something they got to deal with. And they will, just like you dealing with yours today. They'll deal with theirs maybe next year, tomorrow, who knows? Maybe the next hour. Let's pray.
Hmm.
But they will, just like you come to that place in your life. Oh, yeah. I like that. They don't know that they have that shadow side because they don't deal with the shadow side. They deflect that shadow side on someone else.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's when you're revealing your shadow side. Every time I
Sorry about that.
sit, every time I go into a place where I feel that or feel like I'm projecting or deflecting, is that the word? I have to stand back and go, wait a minute. Um, it's me.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's me. It's me. I feel insecure, that he may leave me for somebody else. I feel insecure that she may be pretty enough to take my man. I feel insecure that he may be he may be handsome enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so,
Yeah.
but you got to know who you are.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. People love you for who you are.
Come on.
People,
Authenticity.
people that authentic. Say that again.
Authenticity.
That word right there. People love that.
They do.
They love that more than, and I know a man do. That's why they like natural hair. They like to see our face without makeup. They think that's the most beautiful
Absolutely.
thing. That's
Absolutely.
authenticity, baby. They
Absolutely.
get, oh, Now think about us women. We like to see men in our
Sorry,
authentic
sorry for
self.
my yawning. I'm just extremely tired today. My
Yeah,
apologies.
they like to have that authenticness. You like to see men in their natural state as well. Okay, so come on. You say turn you on a little bit, lady. Men. Hey, so people love you for who you are. Just be that. You don't have to boast and brag and showboat.
Yep.
What you got going on, because what you're doing, you're creating that fire, and it's not your fault.
My
Let me
God.
just put that out there. Because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with telling people, hey, I can't believe I finished this class, y'all. It was so hard and I passed. Or it's nothing wrong with that. But let them know you struggled a little bit. You know, because they might be struggling with something. They need to know that you can struggle too. Okay? So come on, So just remember that when you're starting to, feel that energy on there. So even, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on. I really, with Facebook. I'm gonna tell you, the first person that started doing live was, y'all know, it wasn't Facebook. It was uh it was Instagram. I think it was Instagram. Can't remember, me and my daughter, when they first put it out there that you could go live and do video on there. It was Instagram, and I remember me and my daughter got up there and we started doing daughter and mama stuff. Next thing you know, everybody else started doing mama's stuff, and we were just giving accolades like that was cool. What? Yeah, and it just became a trend. And so, so when it did come out, I just thought, what a great way that this is going to be a ministry tool,
Mhm.
not a tool to hate,
Mhm.
bash, downplay, you know, spoil somebody's reputation. I didn't think it was gonna be about that. I thought it was gonna be so much for us. I even said, I said it's so funny. I could go all the way back and show y'all that video. And I said, those of us pastors who wanted to be famous, well, here you go. You can be famous now.
Yeah.
I said that
Hey,
that was my
I
first
wanna make
video.
sure you got so much good stuff here. I want to make sure you have time to finish this.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna go
we
down
got about
to,
15 minutes, and I
yeah.
want to make sure you don't miss any of this because it's so, so good.
Can we go down to victim? That call comes from victimization.
Hmm.
You're becoming a victim. You see yourself as a victim
You know what?
when you
My
start
daughter
to do that.
said that to me, not to me directly, but she was talking about, not about me, but we were talking about this subject. And my daughter, my oldest daughter in Cleveland,
Hmm.
34-year-old, she's in ministry too. So she was saying to me, she said, Dad, sometimes people want to be the victim more than they want to be the victor.
Poor.
That's what she said to me
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. When we believe everyone hates us, dislikes us,
Mm.
we stop trusting.
Mm.
We isolate ourselves.
Hmm.
We miss healthy relationship. I heard Bishop talk about that.
Wow.
We become suspicious. What's
Wow.
your motive?
Wow.
I mean, listen. Either they hating on you and you're complaining, and then when they all for you, you think they got a motive. You still complaining. Can we make it make sense? If they nice to you and over exaggerate, oh, and bragging on you, think they got a motive. We talked about that day too, didn't we? Or you think they hating on you. Which one is it?
Mm.
So now we suspicious.
Mm.
That's a deep thing. Whew, I had to speak about that in Florida one time. That was deep. I missed on that. That was deep. You fears become our lens. The heart becomes guarded instead of open. That is not freedom, y'all. That's being a victim or feeling victimized. Those are the things that those are the attributes. You
Mm.
stop trusting, you isolate yourself. I ain't gonna be around them, I ain't hang around them. I'm just gonna go be by
Mm.
myself. Cause they just hitting
Mm.
on me. I ain't gonna
Woo.
go to their church.
Ouch.
I ain't gonna have they just I'm just gonna be
Ouch.
by myself. I ain't talking to
Ooh.
nobody no more. Matter of fact.
You hurting me, child. You hurting me. My feet hurt. Stop stepping on them. Ooh.
Ouch for me too.
Jeez.
Because I know we all been in this energy. Listen, new beginnings is here for us all. And this is a new way to begin is to stop being a victim and start being victorious.
Okay, shut up, Ohio.
That's where we are right at this moment. The eclipse is coming in Leo, and baby, that portal open for you to be creative and be all beautiful. And honey, I already done, bitch, I ain't gonna show y'all yet, but I already done came up with a new hairstyle. Y'all best to stop it. I said, I'm doing all new.
Woo.
I'm walking into the new.
I got double shot.
Rather you listen, it ain't about what you like or don't like or how I'm acting. You know, I do my little shimmy and everybody be like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I take every negative response and be like, okay, I'm trying to learn to take it in good vibe. I'm a, like they call it transmute your feelings about whatever
Mm.
you may think or
Mm.
feel
Mm.
about me. Because
Mm.
that is not my objective, is to make you feel or think anything about me. I want you to think that's Lisa.
Mhm.
That's Lisa. And sometimes we come to understand too that that's some people's personality. That's some people's personality to sit there and basically want to call it judging and judge. But we're coming, the full moon had just passed. The big full moon it just passed us. We're in it still, feeling the energy. Retrograde is moving out. And so now we're open for new opportunities to come freely to us. And that's why I say stay in that energy of receiving. But if you're going to receive all this negative stuff that people throwing at you, then you've gotten what you received. You've gotten what you received. And you can't blame nobody but who?
Yourself.
Yourself. Myself.
I
Okay?
know you. I know you moved to victim. You skipped, and we only had like 10 minutes. But
Okay.
can I go back to something that you skipped over that I
Yeah.
think we really need to bring out? You said, I'm looking at your notes. You said past hurt
Oh, yeah.
creates assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
And you said if someone has been rejected before,
Yes.
bullied, betrayed before, abandoned before,
Yes.
criticized before, that they might begin expecting
Mm-hmm.
rejection everywhere. And I think I don't even want to read. I don't want to read that again. You said
Mhm.
past hurt creates present assumptions. If
Mm.
somebody has been rejected before, bullied before, abandoned before, betrayed before, criticized before, you said they might start seeing rejection everywhere.
Absolutely.
And you talked about the psychological term, which is confirmation
But
bias.
by confirmation
Confirmation
bias.
bias, and you just see it everywhere, even if it's not real.
Right. You even
Because
your
you said you're
job,
expecting it.
your job you may feel like your job rejected you in some type of project that you did and they
Mm.
rejected and it really wasn't that they were just making it maybe feasible
Mhm.
and only thing you could do is say oh I didn't see that okay but you would take it that they hating on you.
Yeah.
Oh, they were just jealous, they knew it was good. Yeah.
Well, I like how you said that.
Yeah,
You expecting it,
you
and
expect it.
it's like the universe will meet your expectations.
They
God,
sure will need
God will give you what you ask for.
it. He
Asking
sure
you
will.
shall receive, and in your
You-
heart you asking for rejection
yeah.
because that's what you expect. I remember, Apostle, man, I remember in my relationships when I was, thank God that's
Mm.
over there, the bullshit. Thank God
Shit.
it's over now. I'm
Glory.
thank God. But I remember
Hot
in
fingers.
relationships, because like you said,
Yeah.
well, you said hurts, past hurts.
Hmm.
What is it? Past hurts cause what is it?
Presents assumptions through bullied. If you're
Past
bullied,
no, the past hurt what now? Hold on.
past hurt creates present
Thank you.
assumptions.
Present assumptions. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Past hurt creates present assumptions, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in relationships, it never failed. I would be in a relationship, I'd finally commit, be in a relationship, and
Mm.
the woman would do a certain thing every time. And because of that, like you said, past hurts
Mhm.
create present assumptions, right?
Yes.
And you said if you've ever been betrayed before, bullied before, all those kind of things, you start to see rejection everywhere. You
Yes.
start because you said because you're expecting it. So
Yeah.
I had gotten to a place where I promise you, I'd be in a relationship and saying to myself, at any time, I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It always happens. I know it's
And
gonna happen.
all right.
And guess what, Apostle? God gives me the desires of my
In
heart.
my
It
heart.
always happens.
And then you say,
It
I know, I
always.
see. I told you.
hmm But,
Prophesied it.
but it was me.
Yeah.
It was me. I was creating it. I
Yeah.
see that now. And in
Yes.
this new relationship, oh, oh, I did it so differently. Because in this one, I said, God, I'm just gonna fall in.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
I said, God, in this one, I'm just gonna fall into it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just
ndorobo.
fall into it.
No
Trust the
resistance.
universe.
Trust them.
Trust yourself.
Trust them.
Trusting yourself. It's not about trusting them, y'all. Can we go there? It's not about trusting them. It's about trusting it, trusting you. Trusting yourself, falling into the arms of the God bliss that He's wanted, desire for you to have and feel.
Yes.
You see, and that's where we gotta do. We really gotta do that, because
But then if your
have you ever got that phone call that seemed like every
Mhm.
time they call you, they criticizing or they got some
Yes.
correction or something, and you just
Yes.
hate to answer that phone? Well, that
Yes.
was me one time because I always was expecting that every time they called, they was always Bud, okay, you know. But y'all know what? Still picked up the phone because guess what? I had to deal with this. Where
Come on.
they're helping me in something I'm unconscious aware of, but deserving to know
Ando.
and be aware of it so that I can be better and conscious aware of it, right? So that's why I allow people to corrective criticize me. It's a correct way. And when you come forward with me,
Constructive criticism.
constructive criticism. And when they come that way, I embrace it because I know that only it's meant for my good. I'm gonna take it as it meant for we could take it for my bad, but it's meant for my good. But later on, y'all, I promise you,
Mm.
now when I pick up the phone, all I get is accolades. Accolades. Oh, girl, girl, I see you, girl.
You know
And I'm
what? And
like,
that's
I
because
was
you
like,
changed. You changed
what?
you. You didn't change them. You
Nope.
changed you. You changed your energy. You changed
Yes.
your expectation where you said,
Yes.
I'm just going to embrace whatever.
Yes.
And because you changed your expectation, there's no resistance now. Now you're reaping something totally different.
Totally
That's
different, y'all.
that's pretty amazing.
That's amazing. Life is just beautiful, isn't it? And I want us to
I
all
know that. Look,
experience that
my
beauty.
baby's peeping around the corner. I told him I'd be off at 8:30. I got to take them
Okay.
somewhere. But we got
Okay.
5 minutes. I know.
Okay. So, but yeah, so y'all just remember, just always focus within
They
and
saw.
stop focusing what's on the outside. We know it is what it is. It could even be true, but just make sure how you're gonna respond and react to that. Are you gonna just blast them out and just make them feel bad? Because really you're talking to you saying. the reason why you're saying they hating on you and this and all this stuff is because it's making you feel bad that they do. It's really making you feel bad that they do feel that way. You do think towards you. So, but again, is it true for you?
Wow.
Go within that and say, maybe that's why, I know that maybe that's for them too, but it's for me too. So then what you're going to do, you're going to help each other grow. You're going to help each other heal. And you're going to say something that's going to be very meaningful. Let your words be of nurturing. Let your words be of comforting. Let your words vibrate the energy of love so that we all can heal and
Wow.
grow. And so, and I say that even in yours, when you don't, y'all please. Facebook, I didn't think it would be a tool for us to go on here and bash one another because of the beliefs, looks, ideas, you know, traditions, nationality. I never would thought that even, and it's more of us Christians doing it.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm just gonna say, can I just say it like this? It's mostly denominational. So if you even spiritual, you want to call that denominational, we doing it too. We got where New Age is doing it too. We
Absolutely.
all are doing it. So if we can just help the world become better, you first got to start with your world. As I say, welcome to my world. This
Yes.
is my world. And if I endraft you into my world and you endraft me into your world, we're going to come one and collide and become one and make that world a beautiful place for everyone to see and experience. I'm not going to say it's going to be happy little lucky all the time.
Absolutely.
Some frictions come to grow us up.
Yes.
Remember that. Because, like I said, yeah, I had to embrace those corrective criticism, even if I felt they were jealous of me, and that's why they was calling me to tell me, but they just want me, they just got to downplay me so they can feel better about them. Oh, I thought all kind of things, but I still embraced it and I said, okay.
So, Apostle, we got
So,
2 minutes, and
so
my kids are standing at the door. We got 2 minutes.
tell them,
But
hey.
before you end, I want you to at least take a moment to either do prayer or affirmation, just one or the other. Take these next 2 minutes, if you would. Well, now we're down to 1 minute. I'm
Okay, let me
coming.
do this. Let me do this. I really want to say this, and this could be really something this is your homework, something you can work on.
Okay.
Learn to regulate before you respond. How do we do that?
Okay.
Before reacting, pause. There's your meditation. Breathe and pray within. Is this what I'm hearing? Is this what I'm
Mm,
sensing? Is it to be true?
mm,
And then reflect on it.
mm.
Ask God for wisdom. And sometimes the greatest spiritual discipline is not speaking immediately.
Mm.
Silence can protect relationships while
Woo.
giving us time to respond thoughtfully.
Okay.
Namaste. Namaskar.
Understand.
So I thank you, Lord,
Wow.
for this. I thank you for I do have this. I really, really want us to I want to just pray this over you all.
Okay.
Speak this over you all. Today I choose healing over assumption,
Yes.
truth over fear, and wisdom over reaction.
Yes.
My worth is not determined by the opinion of others, but
Yes.
by the love of God. I release the need to defend myself, oh God, against every misunderstanding. People misunderstand you. I respond with grace, establish healthy boundaries when needed. Sometimes you may have to step back and step away for a minute. And I refuse to let bitterness take root. My heart is secure. Oh, Jesus. My mind is renewed. Thank you, Lord. And my life is guided by love,
Thank you, Father.
discernment, and peace.
Yes.
So I leave you today with these thoughts. If someone truly is jealous of you, Does their jealousy change who God created you to be?
Thank you.
Namaste. Amen. Amen. Ashe. I love you all. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday. Please
Yes.
come back next Wednesday right here at 7:30 and check out the other videos if you need to catch up to
Yes.
get where we are. Okay. Love
Yes.
you.
All right. We love you guys. Have a good night.